So let's go ahead here and take a look really quickly at example number 3. We're going to try to see how we can use the mean value theorem on a very specific function and interval. So first let's verify that this function here satisfies the conditions of the mean value theorem on the interval from 0 to 2. Then we'll go ahead and find all the numbers of c that satisfy the conclusion. Okay, so the first part here is rather simple. We can see that f of x is definitely going to be continuous on the interval from 0 to 2 because, again, I have my function here as a polynomial. So f of x is a polynomial. I can also then see that my function is differentiable on the interval from 0 to 2 because f prime of x is defined for all values on that interval from 0 to 2, right? Very, very simply, because I know that f prime is going to be a polynomial here, and so no matter what number I plug in from 0 to 2, I always get a result back. So these are the only two conditions for the mean value theorem. And so now I can think about what it says. So I'll say, by the mean value theorem, very commonly abbreviated as MVT, there is a number c in 0 to 2 such that f prime of c is going to be equal to f of b minus f of a. Notice I'm using my value of b as 2, my value of a as 0, over b minus a. Now, of course, I could go ahead and actually simplify this out here a little bit, right? I could see what I'm going to guarantee my derivative is going to be equal to. What actually is this slope value? So notice here that if I was to plug 2 into my original function up here, I would get 8 minus 2, which is 6. And if I plug 0 in, I end up with just 0. So this is 6 over 2, which is 3. So the mean value theorem is guaranteeing me that there's some spot on this curve where there's a tangent line with a slope of 3. Now we want to find when this is. So I'll state that we note that f prime of x is equal to 3x squared minus 1. And so I'm curious when this might actually come out equal to 3. So f prime of x is equal to 3 when 3x squared minus 1 is going to be equal to 3. Of course, that is going to mean that I'm going to end up having x squared being equal to 4 over 3. And that's going to give me when x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 4/3. But now I have to actually think carefully here. We were only looking for the number c that satisfied the conclusion. And the conclusion of the mean value theorem said that there would be a number c in the interval from 0 to 2. So I'm looking for all the values that I can find from 0 to 2. And so I can state that the only value c in the interval from 0 to 2 is therefore not going to possibly be this negative one. It would actually only be the value of the square root of 4/3, which of course you could probably guess here is a little bit bigger than the square root of 1. It's a little bit bigger than the value of 1. So this would be the only value that I have. Hopefully this gives you a good sense of how I'm using the mean value theorem here on a specific question. And in the videos to come, we'll take a look at some additional consequences of what we've seen so far in this section with the mean value theorem.